have my mise en place for the kung po. I've got all the vegetables done. It is sauce time. And again, we are all about the mise en place, the prep of the sauce. So this one is very simple. A little bit of oyster sauce. Back to the chili garlic, because this is that Western Chinese Szechuan food, the chili garlic sauce, and I'm gonna go really big on that because I really like that strong flavor. A little bit of sesame oil for some personality, and a touch of rice vinegar, just a touch, for slight acidity. The acidity plays really well with any kind of slightly oily flavors of the shrimp, which is a good kind of play on flavors. All right, sauce is ready to go. Let's fire up the wok. So it's all about that wok hay, remember? Super high heat, good oil, canola oil, until you see those first wisps of white smoke. Just enough from the top down. Let the oil kind of get to the bottom there. So aromatic first. I've got 2 aromatics. The chilies are pretty durable, so I could throw those in pretty early. So the chilies going, and I can hear them searing and popping. Garlic. Woo, it's really on fire today. That's great. All right, don't burn these, just a nice light brown. So I've got some choices here. Let's go to veg first because they're very durable, and all these can go in at the same time. Remember, these are veg with personality. That means they're gonna have a lot more vitamins in them. Use that surface area of the wok. Now don't put your face direct. See all that smoke? That's chili smoke. So that's gonna have that capsaicin in it, and if it gets into your lungs, you could start coughing. So stay far away a little bit during the cooking part. So these are seared on the outside. They're not being overcooked. It's time to bring the shrimp into the game. And these are peeled and cleaned. I bought them peeled and cleaned because they're just a lot easier that way. Now again, your wok's crowded over, say, 60%. Use that surface area. Use that wok turner to really lay out the food so you get a lot of coverage. I'm not rushing in for the sauce. I want the shrimp to kind of get a little seared on the outside before I reach for my sauce. But this is gonna happen pretty fast. All right, I'll make a little flat area, kind of like a well in the middle. I'll add my sauce in. I've got my nuts ready to go, and I'll leave a few in case I need them for garnish. So now, again, it's about scraping and folding, scraping and folding. This is what you do as a wok chef. And don't let any ingredient stick because it'll start to burn. I'm not a big fan of the big cornstarch, saucy stir fries. I want it nice and dry so the cornstarch doesn't kind of cover up the flavors of all the amazing stuff you have going on in the pan. If you do like that kind of saucy look, feel free to get a little bit of water and a little bit of cornstarch cold and throw that in. And this will make all those wonderful flavors into a nice little glaze. But I want clean flavors for this dish. All right, I'm just working it through, working it through. All right, a little bit of white pepper to finish. And then I'll save those scallions for the actual plate for plate garnish. So it's really important not to overcook shrimp. Shrimp will turn from whatever color they are into pink. If they're black tiger shrimp, they'll probably be slightly blue. If they're white shrimp, they'll be white, but they all cook up opaque and pink. When you're about 95% cooked through, let's turn off the heat because we've got something called carryover cooking. And carryover cooking means as I take this onto the plate, it will actually continue to cook and it'll get to that perfect place. I've got a nice plate here. Let me get my garnish set up for that area. And now my shrimp are 95% cooked through, nothing is stuck. And let's do the plate up. Excellent. That wok has not just given us cooking, but it also has seared some things to give that another layer of flavor. Some of those little bits are slightly brown, and that increases that flavor, that caramelization. And now relevant garnish. It makes sense to finish with a little bit of scallion because there's been scallions in there. My cashews here, and then I'll put those around. Beautiful.